You see, this is the HTC One M8. You probably familiar with this brand, with this design language, things like that. And I am a big fan of HTC in the past. I own the HTC One M9. I like it a lot, and I just want to memorize my story with my ATC, and then I want to bring it back. I want to connect my experience, you know, see if it today still usable and how does compare to the competition like the Galaxy S25 Ultra, mainstream smartphone by today's standard, things like that. All right, so let's talk about the design. I'm telling you guys, even by today's standard, this is, if ATC still alive and ATC still keep this design, but maybe you can make it a little bit a little bigger, things like that, just to match with the competition, like 6.9 inches, things like that, and also make the screen look very, thin bezel, things like that. I can guarantee for you guys, like majority of people still appreciate this design so much. It is so beautiful, even by today's standard. As I said, if ATC bring this design, bring these colors, uh, in 2025, and if you ask me to choose between one of these, I'm gonna go with this one, hands down. One of the best looking smartphone of all time, in my opinion. It's beautiful. You know, the color is just so cinematic, right? Is that the word? The color is just, it's not that pop. It's just very, yeah, I will say vintage look, It's just beautiful. The camera set up, things like that, the ATC logo down here, the material overall, and just the looks and feel. And it's very thin, by the way, you know. As you can see, this is a beautiful phone. I'm not joking, guys. The screen is still beautiful, guys, and it worked beautifully. There is an app drawer on this. You can click on it to view all the app, and then you can go up and down, you know, things like that. Like very Android, This is an Android, by the way. Speaking of Android, this phone running on Android. Let me check it real quick. It is the Android 5.0. I forgot the name on this Android version, and it run on top of the ATC Zen version 6.0 as well. And if we talk about the looks and feel of this UI, I still like it a lot. The icon is very unique, the style of the icon, this the layout, things like that. It just so unique. All in all, design, software kind of thing, I really like what ATC does on this phone. The looks and feel, the software UI, the icon, things like that. It just so Android, but it just different world. It just so different. It look good, it look attractive. How do I describe this? Android these days not like this. This phone cost me like $30 something. I bought it all the way from China. Surprisingly, they still have this kind of old stuff in China. And if there is a question, uh, can this still be used by today's standard? Maybe not. YouTube app no longer work on this Android version 5.0. I tried to open it and it say tweet to youtube.com. Yeah, maybe we can do like a browser kind of thing. Google Chrome still work here. I visit my visit youtube.com through this Google Chrome web browser. Yes, it's still working. And in terms of Google Play, no, it's the Google Play not open up on this phone. Yes. Oh, it's working, guys. I just have to sign it up. I just log in my Gmail in this phone. Wow, surprisingly. So you have to be careful that you sign up on a phone that, with Google services protection, things like that, blah blah. But I can create new one, as you guys can see right here. Just go sign in and it will load to another pages, things like that. And you just start from there, add your Gmail account, things like that. Yeah, Google Play still working here, guys. Maybe some Google app still working, and maybe Facebook. Surprisingly, Facebook is working. I just signed it in, just create my account. It's still working here. Oh, I didn't expect that, guy. Yeah, Facebook is working, Messenger is working, Google Play is working here, except YouTube app no longer work. Um, but we can do on web browser, by the way. And there is an old Twitter app. If you remember, this is a Twitter. Today it's X, by the way. And we have Twitter right here. If you click on it, and it will open up your Twitter feed links, that things like that. Yeah, but let's talk about camera. You know, this phone have single camera, and this is a 3OD time of flight sensor up here. But I'm not gonna talk about this. I'm just talking about the camera. The camera here is still very good. I took picture of myself. The color is beautiful. The video is recorded in 1080p. It's not the best, but it's just usable by today's standard. You can take great photo. You can create 1080p TikTok video with this phone with no problem. I mean, it's not 4K, but it's usable. I mean, by today's standard, 1080p. Taking beautiful photo, things like that. Take a look at this. I just snap a few photo here and there. In my village, I found that the picture is okay. So the camera on this phone is very acceptable. It's okay by today's standard. It's not the best. I'm not gonna say this is better than your 16 Pro Max, than your $1,000 Android phone, things like that. But for the money, like $30 something, I mean, oh, man, you buy a brand new phone from Temu for $30 something, can even mind this. Can even mind this level. And of course, there is you can insert SIM card in here. Of course, as I said, you can make phone call, and you can connect it to Wi-Fi. Of course, there is a Wi-Fi signal up here as well, as you can see. And this is the notification center, how the HTC send looks like. Focus, guys. I'm using the Samyang lens right now, the 24 mil. This lens is very good, but I just don't like the autofocus on this lens. It's not that consistent, because they're talking about lens a little bit. All right, guys, so the battery here, I don't want to talk too much. The phone is too old, the battery is not that good. Maybe a few hours, like 1 or 2 hours. It's okay. You're not gonna use this like for your mainstream device, like for your YouTube video, things like that, for your TikTok, things like that, or not the device for your gaming stuff, things like that. But as I said, you can make phone call with this, you can take photo with this, you can watching video on Google Chrome web browser, things like that. It's okay, guys. All right, guys, so that's it, what I want to share with you guys in this HTC One M8. As I said a lot of time, this is one of the best looking smartphone by today's standard, in my opinion. You take this phone, compare it side by side, and it just look, this thing, it just look, my goodness. This one alone, it just, if this phone still alive today, and this design, um I mean, I'm gonna go with this. What about you? Bye bye.